Good evening. Welcome to another exciting edition of the program, Liberia First on Jireha Talk. Today is Friday, August 22nd, 2025. My name is Juan Michael Gilman. We do broadcast from Detroit, Michigan. If you join us here for the very first time, we say welcome to you on this podcast tonight. We're going to dedicate a lot of time here to the CDC national headquarters episode that is unfolding in the nation's capital, Monrovia, Liberia. We're going to bring you excerpts and details surrounding uh, the legal issues, the political ramifications, and everything surrounding the CDC headquarters. Again, my name is Juan Michael Gilman. As you join us here, please invite someone, like the page, follow the page, share the live broadcast. We are not able to share to a whole host of others, so please do. And let's continue here.
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes, we can. And I, George, we have said, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens, fellow Liberians, freedom and power brings responsibility. The responsibility rests upon CDC, a noble party representing a noble people. Before the birth of CDC, we have endured all the pains of poverty and the marginalization. Our heart is heavy with the consciousness of this sorrow. Some of those pains continue even now. However, the past is over, and it is the future that attracts us now. The struggle of the people is the true national one. It is the struggle of the Liberian people, inspired by their own suffering and their own experience. It is the struggle for the right to live. In my time, I have and will dedicate myself to the struggle of the Liberian people. I stand before you humble by your courage, with a heart full of love for all of you. I regard it as the highest honor to lead the CDC at this moment in our history. And in that, we have been choosing to lead our country and people into the new century. I pledge to use all my strength and my ability to live up to your expectation of me as well as of the CDC. I have cherished the ideas of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an idea which I hope to live for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an idea which I hope to live for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for. To the people of Liberia, whose representative we are, we make an appeal to join us with faith and confidence in this great struggle, because this is no time for petty and destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others, but instead we must build a noble palace of free Liberia where all her children may live. Petty and destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others, but instead we must build a noble palace of free Liberia where all her children may live. I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes, we can. And I, George, we have said, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens, fellow Liberians, freedom and power brings responsibility. The responsibility rests upon CDC, a noble party representing a noble people. Before the birth of CDC, we have endured all the pains of poverty and the marginalization. Our heart is heavy with the consciousness of this sorrow. Some of those pains continue even now. However, the past is over, and it is the future that attracts us now. The struggle of the people is the true national one. It is the struggle of the Liberian people, inspired by their own suffering and their own experience. It is the struggle for the right to live. In my time, I have and will dedicate myself to the struggle of the Liberian people. I stand before you humble by your courage, with a heart full of love for all of you. I regard it as the highest honor to lead the CDC at this moment in our history. And in that, we have been choosing to lead our country and people into the new century. I pledge to use all my strength and my ability to live up to your expectation of me as well as of the CDC. I have cherished the ideas of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an idea which I hope to live for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for, which I hope to live for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for. It is an idea which I hope to live for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for. To the people of Liberia, whose representative we are, we make an appeal to join us with faith and confidence in this great struggle, because this is no time for petty and destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others, but instead we must build a noble palace of free Liberia where all her children may live. Petty and destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others, but instead we must build a noble palace of free Liberia where all her children may live. Amanda, where to? Maibuye, in Liberia, Maibuye.
Good evening and welcome to another exciting edition of the program Liberia First or Junior Hard Talk. My name is Wild Michael Gilman. We broadcast from Detroit, Michigan, and tonight conversation will center around the CDC party headquarters story that is unfolding there, alleged eviction. Where do we stand as a party, as a country, as a people? We'll also bring you highlights of Alibaba and the 40 Thieves a trip to Japan, a far away country. What are they coming home with? Hand swinging, or the taxpayer dollars are going to waste again? What are they coming home with? Okay. Hopefully we'll have our team of panelists and analysts on here with us tonight to dig deeper into the stories we are following. First, let's bring you this interview with Inspector General Gregory Coleman, and giving orders to the police to use whatever force they can in the execution of the alleged eviction of the CDC. I mean, giving them unfettered, unheard of authority to do whatever they can, in his words, to defend themselves or to do whatever. Okay? Listen to Greg Coleman.
Seriously? Officers are instructed to defend themselves to the best of their ability if they ever attack by any of the thugs. Seriously? Officers are instructed to defend themselves to the best of their ability if they ever attack by any of the thugs. Seriously?
Okay, listen to him. He's calling Liberians. Gregory Coleman is calling Liberians talks. The Inspector General of Police If this is not political, then tell me what this is supposed to mean. If he's not speaking as a politician to describe a segment of the population, seditions, sympathizers of CDC, the Weirshans, sympathizers of George Weah, President George Weah, or the Coalition for Democratic Change, or anything that resembles the CDC, he's calling Liberians talks. Talks. Listen to Greg Como here.
Seriously? Seriously. Officers are instructed to defend themselves to the best of their ability. If they ever attack by any of the thugs, 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 any of the thugs, any of the thugs, any of the thugs, the thugs, the thugs, the thugs, the thugs, by any of the thugs, by any of the thugs, any of the thugs, any of the thugs, the thugs, 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 thugs. Seriously? Seriously. Officers are instructed to defend themselves to the best of their ability. If they ever attack by any of the thugs. Seriously? Seriously. Officers are instructed to defend themselves to the best of their ability. If they ever attack by any of the thugs.
Officers are instructed to defend to the best of their ability. Who instructed the officers? Where did this command come from? Did it come from Gregory Coleman? Did it come from Justice Minister Oswald Twe? Did it come from somewhere Kofi Owusu Woods, the National Security Advisor, who has been behind the torturing and sodomizing of young people? Who did it come from? Did it come from Joseph Boakai? Before I return to Monrovia, to Liberia, I don't want to see the sign CDC when I'm going to the executive mansion on my left hand side. I want to see all that thing put down. Was that the command from Joseph Yuma Boakai to Samuel Kofi Owusu Woods, to Justice Minister Oswald Twe, and handed down to Gregory Coleman? Okay? Any of their talks so you call Liberians talks, and you expect to be respected by those quote talks. Do they act talkish on you? Huh? talks. Gregory Coleman. Joseph Boakai, meanwhile, was in Japan. He met with he met with the prime minister, and then went to meet with the mayor of Yokohama. He went to meet with the mayor of the city of Yokohama, Yokohama, Boakai, in Japan. Take a look and take a listen here. And welcome to all of you. Again, if you just joined us here, this is the program Liberia First or Jida Hard Talk. We're going to be discussing uh, uh, two major issues here. Boakai in Japan, just like that, returning home, hand swinging, and the CDC party headquarters. What's at stake? Take a look, take a listen here. I believe this is the mayor of Japan, city of Yokohama. Just like, being on the airport to go receive a guest that's coming in, you don't know the person, it's your first time meeting the person. Take a look and take a listen.
Thank you very much for your time.
You see what going on there? Let me pause it right here. I want you to take a look. We're going to play the video again, but take a look. The whole trip, the exchange of business cards. Exchange of business cards. Eh? Let's play the video. God bless you. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello,
Thank you. Thank you for your invitation.
The end. The end. Right there. That's the end right there. Exchange of business cards. And then the executive mansion put out a press release today, just few hours ago. And said President Joseph Yuma Boakai was given a certificate, an award certificate. And Julie Andy given another certificate. Eh? I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. Okay? Boakai receives Presidential Excellence Award. Blesses Ambassador Julie Andy as Liberia's Special Envoy to Osaka Expo 2025. Joseph Yuma Boakai Sr. has been honored with the Presidential Excellence Award in recognition of his continuous contributions to uplifting Liberia. The award was presented by members of the Hollywood Star Hall of Fame in collaboration with Liberia's Special Envoy, Ambassador Julie Andy. Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness. Let me I want to show you the picture. I am not faking this. That's the award. Ghana went home. The president of Ghana went home with $100 million. $100 million. And Joseph Boakai went home with an award. Okay? And I think this annoyed him, it angered him to the extent that he said, before I come, those CDC people that are making all that noise on social media at their party headquarters, I don't want to see none of that happening. So they want to enforce the eviction, despite there is a court document, a petition with the court, a bill filed with the court. The judge signed the petition. The appeal. CDC did appeal the eviction. No, we don't want that. A what? Wow. Ebi, I will also share the link in the chat room. Joseph Boakai is going home with an award from Japan. from Hollywood stars. I did not make this up. It's on the Executive Mansion Facebook page. Ghana went with 100 million. Boakai is going with an award from Hollywood stars. And Hollywood stars from where? From United States, right? Yeah. From the United States to let me see if I can read exactly the statement by the Executive Mansion, the press release. Okay. For immediate release 4 hours ago, President Boakai receives Presidential Excellence Award, blesses Ambassador Julie Endy as Liberia's Special Envoy to Osaka Expo 2025, August 23rd, 2025. Now, Yokohama, Japan time. Joseph Yuma Boakai Sr. has been honored with the Presidential Excellence Award in recognition of his continuous contributions to uplifting Liberia. The award was presented by members of the Hollywood Star Hall of Fame in collaboration with Liberia's Special Envoy, Ambassador Julie Endy. During the presentation ceremony, the Hollywood Star Hall of Fame delegation praised President Boakai's long-standing leadership and commitment to national transformation, noting that his vision continues to inspire Liberians at home and abroad. Where? Continue to inspire who? Where? Where? So these are the things that annoy the people. Let me show you some of the picture there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Julie Andy with her una certificate. Monique Walker on the big screen tonight, 85-inch TV on YouTube. She said he is going back to Liberia with an award, Scoobies, socks, and brief. Yeah, from Japan. Julie Andy went to Japan to organize an award for Joseph Boakai because without that, he was taking nothing home. Okay? Nothing. Zilch, nada. Fokoki. I'm gonna sing my song. Sarah Dopo, Miss Dopo, I'm gonna sing my song. I'm gonna sing my Blessed Assurance song. This is my Scoobies. This is my socks. All came from Japan. Even my award. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, what? I give up, man. I give up. I give up. Go to Japan and all you got is an award organized by your own delegation. Eh? Eh, they don't want us to discuss these things where taxpayers' dollars are spent, wasted. Okay? Yeah. Award. That's what he went with. Yeah, bear with me, folks. I was doing some housekeeping. Yeah. Wow. When other countries are returning home to their various countries and capitals with millions and millions of dollars and projects, Joseph Boyka returns to Liberia with an award. Yeah. Yeah, Alfonso Fire. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was even the Japanese city mayor. He was telling him, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. Yes, sir. I check out y'all. They don't want us show these things and discuss them. So they want to jam the party headquarter eviction in there. Okay? Thinking that we will be overwhelmed with information about the party headquarters being evicted by the Turkish police inspector general who called it Liberians thugs, Gregory Coleman. They don't want us to discuss these things. Where taxpayers' dollars are spent. Over $750,000 was spent on this trip. Okay? Over $750,000 was spent on this trip. Over 700. Absolutely, Medicine Yadulu. He said millions of dollars. They don't want us to show these things and discuss them. Okay? No. His own delegation went to work and put together the award ceremony. And the Liberian community in Japan also gave him an award. Yeah, Paul Higberstam, thank you. I'm looking at the stuff right here on the computer. The Liberian community in Japan also gave him an award. That's the only thing he's going back home with. Look at the people walking in Japan, just like that. Walking just like that. Like they lost something. And that's what it looked like. Like they lost something. Eh? Wasted taxpayers' dollars. What is Barker going to tell the Liberian people when he gets back home? If he, as head of the country, Liberia, spent all these days in Tokyo or Yokohama or you name it, Osaka, all these Japanese cities, in the entire country of Japan. And he didn't leave with anything from that country, from the people of Japan. What that tells you. And the people that organized on the war for him are the Liberian people. The Liberian people that are based in Japan. Yeah. Yeah, Miles SP on the wall for speaking Japanese. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can play this other video where they were in it. Let me see if I can play this video where they were in a Japanese museum. They told- yeah, then you listen to them in this other conference. The conference, they divided the people in groups. So the other group will Boaka will in this other conference. You listen. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know. I thought we are done. I thought we are done. What you say? The people, and you heard your old body, where he did, Keseli. Anthony Keseli said they had to separate them. They got to go in groups. Now the group Joseph Boaka was in that una session that they discussing. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
On the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
Now they Ayalolo buses wheels. Now the children singing that boy and they're watching it, thinking that they were coming get them buses from Japan. They thought they were gonna get buses from Japan, so they're watching it.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wheels on the
Let me pause a little bit. You see, all of that, their eyes can't even bop. They're looking to see whether they're gonna miss something or before something miss them. They don't want to miss anything. They're talking about wheels on the bus go round and round. The thing they come and get some kind of 55-seater buses, about 20 of that to take. They started talking about the wheels on the bus go round and round. So, oh, my man, Gerald Limerick Pia was telling the ambassador there, Appleton. So, oh, my man, looking at, we come and get some buses. Oh. He said, I think so. Yeah. Y'all didn't see that video. Now, Joanna Zulu sent me this video. She said, oh, Mr. Gibber, look at what the people are doing in Japan, watching video, watching TV. Okay? They don't want us to discuss the failures in Japan. No, they don't want us. So they want us to discuss the party headquarters. Yeah. Yeah, Winston Logan. They don't want us to discuss this. They want us to be crying. They say our party headquarters from they want us to cry, to be crying. You know? Let me share the link for my folks in the chat room quick before I run out of time here. Yeah. They expected us to have cried, to be crying. Yeah. Ebi, Sarah Dopo, the link is in the chat room. Tamasa, the link is in the chat room. Jessica, Beslo, welcome. How are you? On the big screen, right? On YouTube.
The bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
They are not happy. They can't be happy. They are not happy. They can't be happy because Alibaba is an ingrate, an ungrateful old man, lacks gratitude. Okay? Gratitude brings happiness. It is not the other way around. Okay? To be grateful for the little things around you that people do for you, even for the ground you walk on. Be grateful that it is not shaking on you. It is not angry with you. The food you eat, be grateful when you bite on it, on that meat, on that crab, on that lobster, on that peafowl. When you bite on it, think about it. Be grateful. So they are not happy. And that's why you didn't see any of them clap their hands when the music was going on. Even though they're watching the video, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. You didn't see any of them clap their hands. They are not happy. And so they didn't want us to talk about this tonight. We should be mourning and crying for CDC headquarters. But we heard a message from President Weir, the first segment. Huh? The message of hope, the message of peace, the message of gratitude, the message of reassurance. Okay? If you miss it, take a look and take a listen here, and then we'll continue on the flip side.
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes, we can. And I, George, we are saying, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens, fellow Liberians, freedom and power brings responsibility. The responsibility rests upon CDC, a noble party representing a noble people. Before the birth of CDC, we have endured all the pains of poverty and the marginalization. Our heart is heavy with the consciousness of the sorrow. Some of those pains continue even now. However, the past is over, and it is the future that attracts us now. The struggle of the people is the true national one. It is the struggle of the Liberian people, inspired by their own suffering and their own experience. It is the struggle for the right to live. In my time, I have and will dedicate myself to the struggle of the Liberian people. I stand before you humble by your courage, with a heart full of love for all of you. I regard it as the highest honor to lead the CDC at this moment in our history. And in that, we have been chosen to lead our country and people into the new century. I pledge to use all my strength and my ability to live up to your expectation of me as well as of the CDC. I have cherished the ideas of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an idea which I hope to live for and to achieve, but it need be. It is an idea which I am prepared to die for. To the people of Liberia, whose representative we are, we make an appeal to join us with faith and confidence in this great struggle, because this is no time for petty and destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others, but instead we must build a noble palace of free Liberia where all our children may live. Amanda, where to? Maibuye, in Liberia, Maibuye.
Okay? That's His Excellency, President George Weah. Amanda, wait. A message of hope. Reassurance that the dream, the ideals of the CDC lives on. If need be, if we have to die, we have to die for it. Okay? As the major opposition political party who have just relinquished power on a thin margin of error, 17,000 votes. Instead of governing and reconciling the country, the people, bringing people together, you are trying to think, or you are trying and thinking you can dismantle, you can decimate, you can put an end to the CDC. And so your failures in Japan and other places you've traveled, you don't want to come back to Liberia and see the CDC stay at her headquarters in Congo Town. You don't want to see that. So Gregory Coleman, despite an appeal to the circuit court, Bill uh 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 let me try to put these information up so that we all see them. Including a letter from the owner or the administrator, Dempster, giving the CDC the right to first refuse the purchase, you know? Yeah. I'm trying to put this stuff up on the screen for other of us, okay? Uh okay. I think I have it. Should be up by now. Right. Okay. This the document from the court. Okay. This the document from the court. And you see the red stuff there right here where my cursor is? The red stamp is dated today, August 22nd, 2025, 10:05 a.m. Let's try to read it. It says Republic of Liberia in the Civil Law Court, 6th Judicial Circuit Court for in Monserrato County RL, sitting in its June term 2025 before his honor George W. Smith as signed Second George. The Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, by and through its acting chairman, Janga A. Kowo of Monrovia, Liberia, petitioner versus the interstate of the late Martha Stubblefield Bernard, by and through its administrator, Ibrahima Vani Dempster of the city of Monrovia, Monserrato County, Liberia, respondent. Appellant petitioners appeal bond. This is a bond. Appeal bond. Let me enlarge it for all of us. Know all men by these presents that appellant respondent through cash deposit in the judiciary account under Chapter 63 LCLR 266 267 4, and by these presents bond ourselves, our heirs, executors, administrators, assigns, and personal representatives in interest unto the appellee petitioner that the appellant will appear before this court or any other competent court to defend the appeal, and that in case the appellee prevails, the appellant shall indemnify appellee. The penalty value of this bond is Liberian dollar $30,000. In support of this undertaking, we hereby attach photocopies of our renewal certificate of authorization and affidavit of surety in keeping with 1 LCLR 266 267, section 63 1B and 63.2 of said bond. In witness whereof, we have hereunder affixed our seal and signatures on this 22nd day of August 2025. Appellant is Janga Kowo, their signature. Approve His Honor George W. Smith, signature is there, assigned judge. Cash deposit in judiciary account, surety, and a $5 revenue stamp affixed. Okay, here's another one. This is that's another copy, same thing for the receipt. Okay, so you see, the thing about it here is all of what is happening, you don't hear anybody say, oh, CDC owe $1 to the landlord or owe $1 million to the landlord. You don't hear anybody say CDC owe $50,000 for rent. None of that. CDC do not owe any money to Ibrahima Dempster or the Mata Stawafi Interstate. Okay? CDC is not forcing herself to reside on the properties. No, she's not. To say, I'm not leaving from here. No. Rather, CDC is exercising all of her legal rights and privileges. Okay, I heard people talk about CDC been in power for 6 years. Why they couldn't pay for the place? When you think about it, at first sight, you say, yeah, I must say it bothered me too. We were in power for six years. Why we couldn't come up with that kind of money? I mean, $4 million, whole government. You know, you were buy into that right away because That's a whole government that could have formulated the money from anywhere. But to tell you that CDC was not there pocketizing, misusing the Liberian people money like that, okay, despite they could have all rallied over 6-year period, they could have all rallied to buy the property. But because CDC is law abiding, you listen to President Weah, the clip we just played, you listen to him, all of what he said in there rooted in the law, in the Constitution, upholding the democracy, the rule of law, and everything. This is a property that is owned by families or divided family. Okay? The Supreme Court just ruled last week that the lower court made a huge mistake in her ruling. They overturned that ruling from the lower court that awarded the property to just Ibrahima Dempster side of the family and left Archie Bonner out. The Supreme Court of the land, the highest court, said, Pinky, Pinky, Kofina, this property belongs to you and Sabina Harris. It is not just for you. So you and Sabina Harris and Sarah Dopo and Romeo Sherman, all your siblings, y'all go together and harmonize your problem and see what you can do. But this property do not belong to you alone. Pinky Kofina, if for you and your siblings, it goes back to the estate of Tommy Bernard. So y'all go and share it, equal share. And that's what the CDC was all about for 6 years. President Weah, a man of grace, a man of statute, a man that respects the rule of law, that value people and relationships. Okay? Decided that the family handle their issue and would not use the long arm of the law, the power that the presidency has. He will not use it to take somebody's property because he's president today. He will force somebody to buy their property, whether they didn't want to do it or not. He could not have done that. His conscience would not have served him. So he did not do that. He allowed the case to play out in court. He followed every rulings of the court. While the case was going on in court, the CDC continued to pay her rent. CDC do not owe Vani, Ibrahima Dempster. CDC do not owe rent for the HQ. Pinky, right here in America, if you owe your landlord rent, mortgage, and they sent you that notice that your rent is past due, you did not pay, or your mortgage, let's say mortgage, let's forget about rent, because rent 30 days, 60 days, they're ready to evict you. But mortgage, they say your mortgage due. You did not pay your mortgage. Your mortgage past due. You did not pay. Your mortgage past due. You not pay. You pay a little bit, but you still owe probably 4 months, and you are able to pay 1 month. Then you add another 2 months. Then you pay 2 months. Then you add another 3 months. Then you pay 1 month. It's still accumulating. And then the bank writes you and say, we are taking our property. We are taking our house. They sent you to court. The court begin to process. They sent you your notice. This house is in foreclosure. At this date, you will lose the property. At this date, you will lose the property. Say August 22nd, you will lose the property. When you go into foreclosure, August 22nd come, and let's say August 21st. If you have all of the money that you owe, you can pay, and the bank allows you to stay. August 22nd, you don't have the money, the building goes or the property goes into foreclosure. If the building goes into foreclosure, you still have time. After it goes into foreclosure, you don't fight to get it back. You have 6 months to vacate the property. You have 6 months. Okay? And let me tell you what. I know so because I had the experience right here in Detroit. I was in a home, rent to own. Rent to own. I was paying my rent. And the landlord was not paying the mortgage. I'm paying to the landlord. Landlord not paying the mortgage. Until I started receiving mails from the bank back to back. And the mail not addressed to me. So I'll put the mails together and give it to the landlord. Until an open mail came from the court and they stick it on the door and say the house is in foreclosure, it's gone. All those mails that were coming, that were the information, the time to redeem the house. Okay? I went downtown Detroit to talk to them that I'm a tenant in a house. I was there rent to own, but I don't know how the house went. If I can buy it, they said it's gone. But you know what, Mr. Gilman? Don't pay rent no more for 6 months. You see, Isiaka Sherry, I'm sending you the link. You can live in a house for another 6 months, save some money, and move out. Okay? That's how it is done. Another scenario, if you are paying your rent on time, you don't owe the landlord, and the landlord wants to sell the property, who does the landlord speak to first? Who does the landlord speak to first? The landlord wants to sell the property. He comes to you. The landlord comes to you. I want to sell the property Isiaka, Sharif, I'm about to send you the link, and I will bring you on. All right. I want to sell the Abby. I also bring you on. Please, 1 second. Let me send the link to Isiaka. I want to sell the property to you for $4.2 million. But if you can't buy this property, for $4.2 million, I read in the comment, Douglas Bailey. I read in the comments. If you can't buy this property for $4.2 million, I got somebody who wants to buy it for $2 million. Pinky, Kofina, where you at? Can't answer me, Pinky, Kofina. You live in this property for 20 years. You develop it. You change the kitchen cabinets. You change the roof of the house. You change the wooden floor to marbles. You did a whole lot. And then the landlord tells you, I'm going to sell this property to you for $4.2 million. But if you can't buy it, I'm selling it to somebody for $2 million. What comes to your mind, Pinky Kofina? Okay? So CDC is exercising her rights. CDC is exercising her rights. Isiaka, I'll send you the link. Tom Gia will open the line very soon. Okay? CDC is exercising her rights under the law. But we have a government that is vindictive. We have an octogenarian that is very vicious, he's hateful, is very ungrateful, lacks gratitude, which makes him so unhappy because he feels that he has everything to get rid of CDC. But you heard, President, we are in a clever play. CDC is an ideal. It's very ungrateful. Okay, CDC is an ideal. You cannot just get rid of them. Okay? Isiaka, Sharif, you have the link if you are still following. I'll send it to your WhatsApp. Abi Conan, welcome. Tamasai is here as well. Abi.
Yeah, my brother.
Welcome.
Good evening to you, man. And good evening to all of the followers, both at home and abroad.
Right.
I've been following you, and you've been kind of cracking us up with all of these funny videos from Japan. But it was so interesting.
Right.
But hey, Delano, how you doing, man? Good to see you on, and it's great. But you know, my brother.
Abi,
Yeah.
just bear with us. Isiaka is on from the party headquarters. Let's go to Monrovia and hear from Monrovia.
Sure.
Oh. Isiaka.
Yes, good evening. Good morning from Liberia, Mr. Gilman.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. Talk to us.
Am I clear?
Very, very loud and clear. Talk to us. What's going on?
Okay, good morning, Delano. How are you this morning?
Ishaka, how are you, my dear brother? Good to see
I'm
you
doing
and good to
good.
hear from you.
I'm doing good. It's a pleasure to be on the same network with you, probably for the first time. Mr. Gamer, it's been a long time.
Absolutely, it's been a long time, but we still interact everywhere except on here.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We are here at the national headquarters of the Congress for Democratic Change because this is our home. This has been our home for the last 20, 21 years since the formation of this institution, and so we take nothing lightly when it comes to the protection of this edifice because we feel that it is not only a party headquarters, it is more than a party headquarters. It
Right.
is a home to many. It is a refuge center to many Liberians. People live here, people do businesses here. The party has the party is headquartered here as a matter of fact. And so this is just more than a building. It is more than a headquarter. It is a refuge center for a lot of Liberians. And this place has provided relief to so many thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of Liberians over the last 20, 21 years. And
Right.
so, the prevailing circumstances right now, all of you on the platform tonight are quite aware of the contradictions, the attempt by the government to stifle democratic rights and freedom,
Right.
and also to intimidate rival political opponents in order to give the government an undue advantage. Uh, we think in the pending 2029 presidential and general elections. And so, but I mean, to those Liberians who are out there who have not understood the real severity of the situation, must get to be aware that this is not about a party headquarters. It is just about bamboozling or intimidating a vibrant political entity, a movement that has made, a lot of Liberians, that has made people uh, from nowhere, from the slums, from the ghettos, from every nook and crannies of this country. It is intended to intimidate them and bully us into submission as a political party so that the government could be able to rig the election of 2029 beginning now.
Right.
And so that is the precept, that is the canopy under which they are operating, and using the state security, including the police led by Mr. Gregory Coleman, who has, with the consent and approbation of the executive branch of government, intimidated and bullied into submission political opponents in the last 20 months of the Unity Party's second coming. There are 4.0 governance because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration was the 1.0. I mean, this now is Unity Party 2.0, and the Unity Party is noted for violence, taking cue from the 2011 November 7 incursion on the party headquarters at this very place where I'm sitting right now.
Right.
They came here and murdered, killed Liberians. The LNP then was headed by Mark Ambler, who is now seated as deputy director at the National Security Agency, the NSA, led by Prince C. Johnson, the former chief of staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia. And so, make no mistake, we are here. The police has no reason being here uh, this morning, but as we are here, we are seeing them patrolling uh, from the four corners of the party headquarters, from the Bernard's Beach End to the EL, I mean the St. Joseph's Catholic Hospital, and barricading the road, diverting vehicles to the old road side, and also from the Vamuma area, diverting vehicle from the Oro Junction side leading to Kailondo area. And so we are here, party leaders are here. The party has released a statement, very short but strong as well. And our people continue to troop in to the party headquarters. And so if the police like, they can come. We will be their landlords. They are our guests. This morning we are awaiting them because they have no reason to be here. So maybe you can ask one or two questions. We are here to respond. Delano, I'm enjoying your eyeglasses, man.
Yaka, hey, the comrades. It's good to hear you. Thank you so much for your sacrifices. I remember before I left 2013, I remember on the political palaver hut at the University of Liberia. I call you. I say, Shaka, I know I see a serious potential in you. Be a strong person within our party. Today I can say gladly and openly, thank you so much for working through. I have seen your work since we left. You have been there. You have been working tirelessly in making sure that the sanctity of our party remains. So thank you so much for your hard work. Thank you so much. And quite recently, I know you have been appointed to be one of the policy person of the party. I think something I just want to congratulate
I think
you.
he replaces the yellow belly swine.
Oh,
The
forget
the
about that yellow belly.
YBS. Yeah.
But I'm proud of you, Shaka. I'm proud of
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Isiaka.
But
Let me
thank you all for the compliments, and we are here to serve our party.
yeah, we'll come to Isiaka. Don't go. I want to read this letter from the Dempster law office, and then let me put you on mute for a brief moment as I read this. Also, folks, all of you, when I spoke to you about the landlord wanting to sell the property to CDC for 4.2 million and then sell to another person for 2 million, this is the communication from the law office of J. Johnny Momo and Associates, representing the interstate estate of Matos Stubblefield Bernard. Okay, and it's dated August 8, 2024. Mr. Janga Kowo, acting national chairman, Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, Congo Town, Monserrato County, Republic of Liberia. Dear Mr. Kowo, in keeping with our telephone conversation and your request that our client, the interstate estate of the late Matos Stubblefield Bernard, represented by its administrator Ibrahim Vani Dempster, make and state the purchase price for its 4.23 acres of land on which the Congress for Democratic Change CDC has its headquarters. Former, we, as instructed by our client, and has informally been communicated to the Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, in several telephone communications and meetings, submit that the purchase price of the herein mentioned property is United States dollars 4,200,000, and said amount is to be paid cash down. As has been indicated to the Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, there are 3 prospective buyers, one of which is the Congress for Democratic Change. The 2 other are church institutions, one of which has an agreement with our client for the price of United States dollars 2,500,000. In the event, Congress for Democratic Change CDC, to which our client has given first right of refusal to purchase, given the fact that the Congress for Democratic Change is currently occupying said premises but can be evicted based on the judgment of the Supreme Court ordering its eviction from the said property. We look forward to hearing from you soonest, as time is of essence. Kind regards, very truly yours, J. Johnny Momo, Counselor at Law, Managing Counselor, CC, the Interstate Estate of Matos Tuberfield Bernard. Okay, so that's the letter from the lawyers representing the Tuberfield Bernard. Okay, let's go back to Monrovia. Isiaka Sharif, is the give us a pictorial of what is happening there at the HQ.
I think my background should be better now than the
Yeah,
first.
yeah, but give us a pictorial of what is happening at the headquarters there.
Well, as you may know, the CDC sent out a circular on Thursday evening about a meeting for Saturday today, uh, with its the entire Monserrato County structure and other adjacent areas are in Liberia. And so we are here, we are getting prepared. In fact, we are setting the grounds running for that meeting today. And so, no matter what, whether the LNP comes in or not, we are going to hold uh, this meeting this I mean today. So we are not going to get intimidated because the police has no reason to be here. The chairman of the party is still here at the headquarters. The chairman of Monserrato County is here. There are a lot of different party leaders at the headquarters. We have not abandoned this place. You are seeing me. A lot of different people are here. You know, it's in the morning, right after. It's about 3:46 in the morning.
A.M. Yeah.
Yes, here, and so we are upbeat. The partisans have been trooping actually the ordinary grassroots part. Let me not say ordinary, but the common citizens of this country, this party have been trooping in their numbers since the pronouncement by the police last evening about an eviction. They have voluntarily decided to troop on the party headquarters to to defend their political institution. And so even in the midst of lottering uh, by the police of the headquarters, people are not intimidated. People still continue to come. There are movements around the headquarters of partisans from different districts. Cars are moving in and out. Pedestrians, human beings are moving in and out, all intended to be to form part of today's meeting as called by the chairman, Attorney Janga Augustus Kowo.
Cool.
The ground is prepared, the ground is set, and so, like I said, we cannot be intimidated. We will not be intimidated because, in the first place, the police have no reason to be here today. So, basically, this is a synopsis. That's the synopsis of what is happening here. People are jubilant here. I may not go to get words from some of those people, but I just took a nosedive to come to a lighted area so that you can be able to see me better and understand what is going on at the party's national headquarters this morning.
Right. Are you able to maybe send a word for the chairman to come speak to us? Is it possible?
Well, it is not possible right now for the chairman to speak to you because the chairman is a little bit exhausted. He has
Yeah.
worked tirelessly since yesterday. He has had multiple interviews. He's been on the computer. I believe he's still on the computer and doing a lot of party work even now in his office. And so I cannot be able to get to the chairman now because
That's
it might
that's
serve as a
understandable.
little
Yeah.
distraction to
Yeah.
his work.
Okay. All right. Abby Connor, come in.
Yeah, again, thank you. Isaga, let me say
Yes.
good morning to you. Great
Good
job.
morning,
Great,
Ebi.
great job, oh man. You guys are doing marvelously well, and we have to commend your effort and indeed your sacrifices. You managed to enumerate the work being done today, and of course the enormity of pressure mounted by the government. Because make no mistake, this is politically motivated. Is a driven fact. Because if you have a case, Ishaka, like it's stated, and the case was adjudicated in the lower court and a appeal was taken, evident by what was signed today, of course, is still the same day, the 22nd, on our end here, signed by the very judge. Now, pray tell me, if for any reason a petition was not granted by the judge today on a particular case, and you go to effectuate an eviction, then of course what was granted today become moot because the office of CDC is no longer in the facility. Then what's the point of granting such? I mean, granting such a petition appeal? So I mean, it makes no sense like it's stated. So you guys gotta we all, although we are away from home, but you gotta be resolute and stand firm. This is a calculated ploy to decimate and disintegrate CDC. It's not just about the party headquarters, but it's a calculated ploy to indeed silence CDC into total submission, if not obliterate CDC.
Right.
But again, I mean, really, I have no question, but I would just admonish the leadership to remain steadfast and resolute because this is a lawless government. They continue to exhibit that on a daily basis. When it suits them, then they adhere to the law. But when it's not in their favor, they circumvent it and then go on the contrary. So I would just admonish you guys to stay resolute and then steadfast. We all are up tonight and we will follow religiously. That's all I have
Absolutely.
to say. Man. You keep the strong way, little brother. Okay?
Yep. Isaka, go ahead. And then Tamasa.
I think he's frozen.
Yeah. Isaka, you there? I
Yes,
think.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. So let me commend you for recognizing the efforts of the work we are doing here. As a matter of fact, Chairman Janga Ko took over this party uh, in a very difficult period, a very difficult moment, especially when we had just lost political power. And so he's under enormous obligation to deliver. And so he started on a very snail pace because being chairman of the CDC is a pressure by itself, no matter who you are. It happened to a lot of people. Geraldine, it happened to Josh Solo, Nathaniel McGill, Molu, and now Janga Ko. But he has done an extremely marvelous job, and he's leaving an indelible imprint on the political history of the CDC. Even now, he's doing a very good job. But like you said, Dennis, this is just a political machination because the state security forces are being used as you know a compromised political institutions to intimidate us. But we're not going to get intimidated. This case is still in court. This case has not reached its logical conclusion yet, and so there are all remedies under the law at our disposal. And so to leave that and come uh, to think you can evict the CDC is far-fetched. CDC cannot be decimated. Let it go clear. Let it sink in the head of the detractors, the regime puppets, that this party cannot be erased. This party cannot be decimated. If there, if for any reason there could be an end to Liberia as a political entity, then we can say you can put an end to the CDC. Sure. But in as much as Liberia cannot be ended, sure, the CDC as a political party cannot be ended, will never be ended. So, because the CDC is not only a political party, it is a movement. People live it, that people live, people eat. Uh, it is something that some other people, this is not any uh, boisterous uh, utterance to compare, but the CDC is to some people here like a religion. It's a tradition. It's a culture. It is not a political party actually, and so you cannot erase that kind of establishment. The CDC is enormously entrenched into the minds and hearts of people. CDC is more than a headquarters, but uh, we cannot just walk away having invested in uh, 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 an infrastructure for over 20 years and you expect us to just walk away. No, it is not. It's not gonna happen in anyone's widest imagination. We are here, and people are, whether you like the CDC or you don't like the CDC, is not important, but it is about protecting our constitutional rights as a political organization under Liberian law. The constitution is the one that binds us together. The difference between man and animal is the fact that in the bushes, animals live by the Charles Darwin theory, which is the survival of the fittest. But for us as human beings, it is the law that constrains us to do certain things. And so the police, the state security forces should abide by the rule of law because they are not I mean, they are not security apparatus for the for a particular political party. In fact, President Joseph Boakai, being president of Liberia, is just a privilege given to him by the Liberian people to lead for 6 years. And so he's the president in that vein for all of Liberia. Whether you are a sedition or a unity party man or a liberty party man or member of the CMC, Joseph Boakai is the president for everybody.
Right.
He should not use his position as a privilege to target one group of people only because he had told some senators before that under his leadership he will decimate and erase the CDC from the surface of Liberia's political geography. That is not even possible. But what we have to say is, let it seem clear to Liberians, to the international community, our international partners, that if the police get headstrong to come to this headquarters this morning to violate the constitutional rights of peaceful Liberians, whatever that might happen at this headquarters, the government of Liberia in its entirety will be held responsible. This will not be the 2011 scenario on November 7th, where people were killed here and people were injured and the government went scot-free. This time we are putting them on enormous notice. The government is on notice, the international community is on notice that this time anything that happens, any destruction, any chaos on the grounds of the CDC could have a spillover, negatively to the rest of the country, because you are not going to infringe on the rights of over 794 people, 94,000 people who voted for George Weah. Joseph Boakai, as president of this country, be informed, be reminded that you won the election with 20,563 votes margin. That is less than the entire votes of a political electoral district in Liberia. And so you have governed very miserably in the last 20 months. So if we even have election, if we were to have an election today, the CDC is going to win face down, probably on a single ballot. And so you cannot continue to infringe on the rights of people. People are angry.
People are
Uh,
angry.
you are not solving the bread and butter issues of the people. You are not solving. People cannot pay their children's school fees. Schools are about to open next month. From the 4th of next month, schools are about to open. Tuitions have skyrocketed. The country is very tough. Businesses are not booming. People are getting out of business because of the reckless handling of the Liberian economy by this government. And so, with all of those angers, then you're coming to say you want to evict a political party, the biggest grassroots political party in this country, from
Right.
its headquarters, only because you want, because of your failure, you want to distract the public's attention to all of the empty trips you have been making without bringing anything to the country. We are not, the Liberian people are not going to fall for that. And we
Right.
are here. We are
Thank you.
here. We are waiting for the police. Let them come. They will be our guests.
Thank you very much, Ishaka. Stay with us. Our telephone lines are now open. If you want to call to send word of support to your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your partisans, your comrades at the CDC headquarters, the telephone number to call here direct, the same number as WhatsApp, 313-957-9702. That's 313-957-9702. You can call us here, and we're going to put you through to speak to them. Let's go back to Delano Tamasa. Tamasa.
Yeah, the wise man. I think we jump into the firing discussion to the extent that we couldn't even just speak to our people to tell you how grave this particular discussion is.
Right.
But let me just say hello to our GHT family and the CLN family. It's always good to be here, and it's great to be sharing the great platform with Shaka and also my biggest nephew, Ibi Kone, and the wise man. I think, look, Ishaka said it, everything, look, the CDC is beyond that, and I just want to make that clear to others, that things that why we are occupying that place. It is for us or not. And Ishaka said it. We invested almost 20 to 22 years at that grounds.
Right.
And I just want to inform those that are listening, there are thousands of people who are following as we speak Shaka around the world. The CDC in 2009, many people don't know that it was the same Hulu battle, the legal Hulu battle between the families members. The CDC were occupying that particular place, and the CDC left that place in 2009. And by then, as chairperson of Monrovia County, we have our offices at the former president residence on 9th Street. There was no noise. And by then, it just took about 3 or 4 years on that ground. We have not invested a lot. So when they started their Hulubalu, we left them. After they resolved it, they came back to us and we went back. Since then, we have not encountered any of these things.
No.
They have been behind the scene. So just check. We invested a lot.
Yeah.
And with all of the legal documents that are circulating, the first buyer protocols, everything. And there where now we can speak that this case now is highly driven politically.
Politically.
So that people understand.
We began,
first time.
right. We began
The first time it happened, there was no noise.
No.
CDC left because we wanted to go to they went to the court and the family resolved it, and we came back. But this, where the sitting president threatened the decimation of the entire CDC,
CDC, yeah,
publicly, the sitting president, that it tells you where we are today. It is highly politically driven.
it is.
And we want it to be resolved. The legal remedy has not yet been resolved, and we will remain there until these things can be set up. Once it has sought out, and then we can find a way.
Right.
There are many lands, there are many things there we can pay at many parties something, but the rights of the citizens should be respected.
Should be respected.
We
Thank you very much.
We are never forfeited anything.
No.
We have been obedient. We have been paying our rent. So that due courtesy should be given to the CDC. But having said that, I don't want to go more. Siaka is here. You explain more. He on the ground. Like, they want to bring you back. I love to hear about the euphoria on the ground. The men, the cadres, the militants, the party stalwarts, and those information. Can you get back to the euphoria? Currently, as we speak, it's almost 4 o'clock there in Monrovia. What is the euphoria on the ground currently, Siaka?
Let's go to the lines, and then we'll bring Siaka in with that, all right? Okay. That people are calling heavily. Oh. Let's first go to Rhode Island. Kofina. Hello? Hello? 401-8939. Hello? Kofina Coffee? Hello? All right, let's go to Minnesota. Welcome, Alex Tote. Tote, hello?
Yeah. Gamons, good evening, Mr. Gamons. Good evening, Dinano Tamasa. Good morning to my dear brother Ishaka Sherry. Good morning to comrades across Liberia that are listening to me. Mr. Gamons, I've been following the debate by whom regarding our party air color. I want to encourage all our Palestinians to remain kind. As for one of the lawyers that he admonished that we have the appeals and notice in our possessions. When the police appear this morning, please show the notice to the police. And I want to let you know that we are with you in spirit and stand strong. Don't give up. When they come to the party air color this morning, make sure that the chairman be at the front and show the appeals and notice to the police. Unless they want to use it, otherwise, then we can resist. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, let's go back to this caller from Rhode Island. Hello? On the WhatsApp line. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Morning. It's Mohammed Kamara for you.
Mohammed Kamara, welcome.
Yeah, good morning to you people.
Good morning.
The problem that Mr. Bakana came in power to do anything for Liberia. Mr. Bakana is, from the beginning, somebody who poured salt in water and gave good for him to make money. So he has been living his life with criminal attitude, with grudge, with hate. Even in Lofa, Mr. Bakana was standing in Lofa, telling the people saying he was the call for Muslim religion not to establish in Lofa. So Mr. Bakana had nothing in his brain. Nothing. Mr. Bakana bring empty the tax in there. He bring empty the tax in there. He had nothing in his brain. He bring empty the Daniel Sano brain. Daniel Sano bring a tax in their brain. I think tax in let's say get bring by Daniel Sano. The same brain Mr. Bakana get. They had nothing. They had nothing to offer the Liberian people but to call chaos. And Gregory Como, if me I was in Liberia today, I know where Gregory Como girlfriend lives. But now I will come and be around at every alley. If they carry on. Are they carrying off fighting in CDC party headquarters? Are putting fire on Gregory Como's girlfriend house?
No,
I know your girlfriend very well.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't issue no threats. Okay, no threats. We caution our folks not to use fire or put fire on people's houses. So we'll not encourage that on the show as well. Our lines are open 313-957-9702. That's 313-957-9702. Both WhatsApp and direct at the same number. Let's read some comments and then we'll continue with the phone calls. Okay, let's read this comment and then we'll go to Australia. Tony Blapokofa. If Boaka can leave, let him leave. Liberians didn't vote you, Boaka, because of CDC headquarters. Do the job of which you were elected. Oh, wicked old man. Let's go to this gentleman from Australia. Hello, welcome.
How are you, Mr. Gamer? How are you doing?
I'm good, good. Welcome.
I'm doing well. Yeah, I just following the conversation. I just want to make a little bit of contributions. You see, I'm not a political person. I'm not a member of all of the political parties in Liberia. But there's an issue. There is an issue. I think the bigger issue here is it's not about the headquarters of CDC, but it speaks a lot to the need for housing reform. So we need a housing law reform. We need a law reform around rental issues and other things in Liberia.
Yeah.
Also, as it relates to the current crisis in involving the CDC and the estate of Mr. Bernard, is that there is a contract. So first thing you have to understand that in the estate itself, it means that Mr. Bernard, next of kings, all of them have shares within that property. But within the period of time,
that's what the Supreme Court said.
Yeah, so the administration of the next of kin changes. So if Mr. Dental, for example, could be the administrator for this year, and next year it could change to go to someone else. So there will still be an issue around that. But here is the thing. The issue is that the way in which contracts are drafted in Liberia is very problematic. It's problematic in the sense that lawyers tend to develop and utilize clauses within the contract that appease either side of the contract negotiations. Now, and so what happened now is that in the CDC case, there is a clause that was inserted into the contract called the right of refusal.
Right.
Now, that is the same thing that applies to the contract that the government of Liberia had with Asalamita.
Salamita,
There
thank
is
you.
this exclusive use right. Now, so you have an exclusive use right, and you have the right of refusal. Now, the right of refusal means that the party or the tenant that is in possession of that house can refuse the right of a price if the owner is deciding to sell the price. That allows a third party to change the price of the sale of the property.
Yeah.
Now, what you have, I think you read a letter from the lawyers of the estate of Mr. Bernard.
Right.
Now there are two prices in there. Now, because you have two prices in there, a seller cannot sell a property for two different prices to two different buyers. You will have a single price. So then that means that there's an issue with the price regime in Liberia. How is the government regulating the sales of property within Liberia? There's an issue because if the Dempster family was selling the price of the CDC headquarters for $4.5 million, it means that even the church that is willing to buy the property should also be paying $4.5 million. But the price cannot be to the church for $2.5 million and that same value to CDC for $4.5 million. There is an issue.
There
So
is an
CDC,
issue.
on the basis of that right and refusal clause, can refuse the 4.5 million price and say we want to go for 2.5 million, or we don't even want that. We want an even lower price of that. And that will be the decision of where the court have to determine that. And that is a legal issue that people should not take it to be on the basis of politics, but it speaks to a broader issue of housing reform that we need in Liberia. So that's just
Absolutely.
my contribution I want to make to this.
Thank, thank you very much. A very salient point there. Let's go to Amadou Dagawi Bland. Bland, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Gilmore, and good evening to all. Something drew my attention, and that's just what the gentleman just touched on.
Mhm.
Because the land, but now it has two prices. The people who've been occupying on this land, the CDC, and develop it for all these years, and who by right supposed to have the be the first choice in when they are selling. Certainly, they're supposed to be the first choice,
Right.
and their price is so exorbitant compared to even the second price. That alone shows that there's something, some foul play here. But everything, all I want to say tonight is that the bottom line for what I'm trying to say tonight is that we are forgetting so quickly, Mr. Gilmore. After suffering for over 14 years, by right, we're supposed to be some of the most kindest people on earth, you know, so united, so loving than any other country, I would say. Because if you just check around, all our neighbors are being in war, even Sierra Leone and other countries, they are not that better than us. Imagine the Sierra Leone election, how it went. With everything that happened there, they are not just better than us. Our own went so peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
The power was even relinquished before the general announcement was made. First time in Africa, first ever, first. Where they didn't even announce the finished counting the vote. The president just get power. Up to today, when you ask anybody in the world, they say we don't think that happened in Africa. The last time I was even telling some friends. So, I think they should desist from this. We suffer too much.
Absolutely.
We're supposed to be the one to really learn. We're not supposed to be living like this. I don't know where we're heading to. So that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go to Rhode Island on the WhatsApp line. Miss Kofina Pinky Coffee.
Yes, Mr. Gaming, how are you?
Long time. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Right. Let's hear you. You were trending heavily.
I said they better make the whole show about me today.
No, they should not about you, but you were right here. I had to respond to your comments. Yeah.
CDC is our heartbeat. They continue to make us to have panic attack. For me, I losing it now. That's why we just speaking. If people want to derail President Weah legacy, we're not going to allow that to happen.
No.
When we put up that scripture, the people put up the scripture for what is to be expected. They said AR.
Yeah.
Can we allow our AR to come out into reality and just forget about all the high calling, the noise? Unity Party can never issue on CDC.
No, they can't.
They can. So we're not going to spoil Joya legacy because of the petty who I call it. I call it who I call it in a Como issue. They will deal with what they had to deal with by themselves.
Right.
They're not going to use CDC here or CDC blood or anything to fix what they said they were able to fix.
Mm-hmm.
They will fix it by themselves. The bureau problem is now CDC party headquarters now. The Christian men who were in power, everything was scattered. He no longer there.
No longer there. Everything
Can the
beyond
educated people,
yeah.
the well sophisticated people fix everything that need to be fixed in our country and just the CDC out of the whole, how you call it? CDC not in power again. What are the contention for against CDC?
Absolutely.
So me, I want citizens to go over there wasting their life because even the international community today, the people will sit and act as though they don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They have never intervened to do anything. Sorry to say.
Because they are surprised at the way the educated, like you stated, the educated group are carrying the country. They are surprised. That why you think Waka can't get nothing from abroad? He coming home with a
Can we
war.
just let it be that? Yeah, they have won. They won the election. They win Liberia. They take everything.
Yeah.
Can they just fix the Liberia? They
Fix
take
the country.
CDC just lay back and look at them call it a day.
Fix the
They
country. That's it.
We are saying now you ready for president again. We take him, we get him to go sit down somewhere. Let Liberian people fix what they want to fix. Nah, there are nobody there to get in trouble. I think there should be any issue for any one of us again to come back to the point.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's read this comment, then we'll take more callers on the regular line. Farafin Che Sumaworo from Texas. Under U.S. law, if it is similar to Liberia's, you cannot offer the same property at two different prices when you have a right of refusal in place. Tell me about it, Farafin. Let's go to the telephone lines here. Tom Gia, welcome.
How you doing, my
Our
brother?
lines are open 313-957-9702. Welcome there, Sam Ricks and Victoria
How you doing?
Musole Townsend. Welcome, Gia. Great to have you.
How you doing? How you doing, my brother?
I'm good.
Okay, I would first of all like to commend you guys that supposed to be sleeping by now or even thinking about getting ready to go to work.
Right.
And then out and then you trying to tell the Liberian people what is unfolding in our beloved country. My brother, it is very, very disheartening for me to see what is happening, to hear all these kind of things happening in Liberia. And you know, those guys, white guy government tearing us back to those norms that brought the country to stand still for 14 years. Because all the things are playing today, and it's just a review. It happened in the past. Political party was banned. Action Party, 1985 was one of the hottest parties that was, led by Ellen Johnson select them, and then it was stepped on, even including my party, UPP, and some other parties. They crossed them so at the end of the day, so they can have a narrow, stuff to get power. At the end of the day, they know what it brought us to. Now, what can I recruited the whole order and make them advisor to him? So they tell him things that he's supposed, do this one, do the other one, do the other one, do the other one. Today, I was surprised to listen to Musa Ability. He said, and I quote, from now, all alone, from the time they took Frankie Kofa from that position, you know that the legislatures, any decision they come out with, they come from the executive mansion. You know that?
Yeah.
They don't have decisions on their own. Any decisions, when they go to section, they do this, they do that. Before they make decisions, they got to consult the executive mansion. So that's how Bakai, that the country. But let me remind them, the country is not for one group of people.
No.
It's not for one group of people. Bakai should know this. He's here for all the people in Liberia, political parties, that not election was running. So if you think you will step on CDC or crush CDC and so that when election comes, all the mechanisms you put in place, you get chief justice, you fighting to get or election commission person and all the kind of things. So that at the end of the day you will rig election. Oh man, those dreams will never come true. The global had a parable. They say in life, if you don't want to be humble, don't humble your friend. Don't humble your friend because when you try it, at the end of the day, family say there will be how you call it, funeral at both ends. So you think when you go over there, go to the party headquarters, the Guadre Coma, who's supposed to protect all in the country, then he the party security. Anything they tell him to do, whether a right or a wrong, he's moving all around with his stomach, and he passing around, he do this. You think you don't have blood in you? You got blood. So you can't push somebody against a wall until they pass through it. It's impossible. The person will fight back. So what the basis? The case is in court. The case is with the Supreme Court. Then somebody is flying around, deploying people to go and do what? Also to kill another citizens again. So, Mr. Gamer, thank you. At least we are here. We need to galvanize ourselves, our forces,
right,
and encourage those guys on the ground. Even if it costs for us to, rally around 5 or 10 cents, we send it to those guys so they can buy their little tea. Because I know what they're going through.
Right.
Right. You don't get armed. But people get armed, they intimidate you, they circle the whole area. That trauma. But those guys still there, they muster the courage and they say, we will be here.
We'll be here.
That is the worth commending.
Thank you.
So thank you for your effort, you and the other guys in studio.
Thank you.
You're continuing to educate Liberian people, and then God will reward you people.
Right.
It is our country. We can't leave it because Baka is in power. He intimidated people here and there. Baka not the first president. He will not be the last.
Thank you very much.
Baka need to govern well. If you can't intimidate people all over the place. So I got to say thank you for giving the opportunity.
Thank you.
To air my view. Thank you very much.
No doubt. Thank you very much, Tom Gia.
Okay.
Let's go to Rodney Peabody. Rodney, welcome.
Yes, sir, Bobby.
How you doing,
How you
son?
doing?
Great.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank God for your life.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the whole thing, I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but certain language shouldn't be used. But the guys are not smart. So if you're not smart, what are you? All right. So the guys are slow, but in their slowness, they use their con artist behavior. The only reason that guy came out and read such and said such thing, I'm talking about the guy, Greg Coleman.
Yeah.
The only reason he did that is because it was time for my uncle to come back home. And yeah. And they have nothing
back home. Nothing to take it back home.
So the people have already been complaining. The whole country is talking about the drug situation, how people just die on the street and stuff. Then Baga get up. He go with 40 men dedicated. Then
I just received your call. 1 second, Rodney. I just received your call. Mute your phone. I just received your call. Mute your phone until you are ready to speak. Go ahead, Rodney.
Yeah, so he goes to leave the country on a lavish get together thing to go watch a movie in Japan.
In Japan.
He's coming back.
They go watch. Hey, you know that song? Yeah, we go to Timmy house, to Timmy house, to Timmy house. Yeah, we go to Timmy house.
Yes. So, and then the worst part of their trip, behind them at home, there is, just everywhere in the country, all to the fact that they cannot handle the drug situation in the country because they are the drug dealers. The Liberians getting to the dismissal of all these people. So Gregory, oh man, Scott Dillon, Dillon is the biggest car out there behind us.
Yeah.
What can we do? Let's put this Falcon up and say, we're coming to distract them. Because to me, for the week, it will not last. It's just a big distraction. You cannot take the largest party. Forget about the voters' anger. You cannot take the largest party for fun and then just wake up one morning and say, we will go and
remove them.
Evict them. The CDC said they will not leave on their own, even if the court rain down that verdict. They can't move on their own. And even if the court rain down a verdict, simple. I mean, these guys, like I said, man, they're slow. Simple thing. You think the court just said, tomorrow, I rain down the verdict today, tomorrow leave. It's not possible. So I've been wondering why these guys come up with this kind of phony, ideas. You're not distracting the people. You are adding more chaos to the situation of drugs. You're not focusing. You are not focusing to lead the country. For 3 years, and I'm giving you this, for 3 years, these people run behind CDC. When they realize that, we ain't doing nothing yet, what coming? That the phobia, right?
Yeah.
That's almost into election. So this is the thing. I believe and I agree with CDC. They must stand their ground. They must face these gangsters.
Hello?
If it calls for people to come up there, I'm telling you, this distraction cannot hold. If they leave these people to come into their comfort, it's mess.
It is.
Yes. So
Thank you very much, Rodney.
yes, thank you, Bob. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
No doubt. Let's take Teddy Yankun.
You gotta.
Oh, yeah, Evi.
No, check out what the
Yes,
full
yes, Mr. Gabriel.
Yeah. We got two more colors. We got two
Yes.
more colors for Koto Ishaka.
Right.
Yeah, greetings, senior partisan Isaga. This is Teddy Ted Lion Yakon, committed sedition. We're all concerned about what's going on, and we all will be part of this, cause. I'm in spirit with my boss, the regular sedition militant on ground. I know they're ready. They're on ground to protect that area, and I will speak to my boss tomorrow. There are things going on. This President Bwaka, the statement he made, said he rather he said working with the devil to do anything possible. That has a very deep, negative and evil connotation. We know in the sub-region, they are looking for a possible means to destabilize the sub-region. Also forces, mostly are trying to get it through at the Ivory Coast. One thing, Bush, you understand, Blaise Compaoré, the man who killed Thomas Sankara, and he's still alive. And he went with thousands of his men, in the Ivory Coast. And remember, the people in Burkina, they want to make sure the state get him. And other African people, they want to get in the government Sahel region. So Liberia could be one of the areas that, because Cote d'Ivoire will not accept that easily, but they want a loophole that place that will be destabilized in order to use those Liberia as a mercenary base. So Bwaka, he wants to remain in power. So he can rather, play that mafia games, in order to remain in power, to rig our election. All that in interest, we should look at that as well. But however, since the learner has taken this route, to politicize, the business that he's been having with the CDC. On the other hand, we will stand our ground. One of the things that they notice that President Weah is the man of peace. He never wanted any form of, problem in the country. Want to keep that peace because the internationally, hostile forces looking for that loophole for Liberia to be destabilized, or one of these countries in our sub-region to be destabilized, in order to carry on some different, interest game. But Bwaka also playing that card for his own selfish interest, for them to not go for prosecution after they have stolen a lot of money from Liberia, and they want to remain in power. It's a mafia game they play with the Liberian people. And this way, always looking for a means to destabilize the country, and now he's trying to push it to the CDC headquarters. The CDC will stand our ground.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No doubt. Thank you very much, Teddy Ted the Lion Yankun. We'll take our last caller, James Woolsey from Minnesota.
Mr. Gilbert, you not call my phone anymore.
Eh?
You did not call my last name. Can you hear me?
I heard you.
GST Roadrunner.
Roadrunner. My man, you call for 3 years.
So give me. We stay in our sabbatical.
Absolutely. How you doing, my man?
For
the time you got married, you just say, "I gotta make a family now." I'm not sure. I'm not sure you got now.
Mr. Give me a put a correction. I know that part you want going deeper, but I'm not going that road.
Tamasa laughing. GST Roadrunner. Yeah.
That's it. See, that's how I know you to call me. So, but it's okay. Amazing guys, man, Mr. Goodman.
No doubt.
First of all, anyway, let me go to my personal life. I did not get married. I engaged my fiancée. But it's okay. That's a step forward. But let's go to the point. Mr. Goodman, I think before, you know me now, my city's been, I can't play with it. Everybody knows. I even called one time, I cried, even though we heard Costa coming Liberia situation, I cried. I had to call myself Carrasco call. You remember that time?
Yeah.
So I had CDC in my heart dearly, like my blood. But you know one thing, Mr. Goodman, after the election, I didn't know everything, like the court process, all those kind of things with CDC headquarters. After I got to know Mr. Goodman, let us pay. I felt really disappointed. I felt disappointed in CDC. To be honest with you, CDC was in power. You see, we Liberians now, I would say anyway, but our leaders are not innovative. That's our problem. We are not learning from past mistakes. Then I feel so discouraged. All the time, the past president, Judge Real in power, citizen in power, we expected, changes. He make mistakes. He did not prosecute the people, whatever, UP government official, all the things coming back at him is CDC fault. Secondly, CDC was in power when they saw United Party. A United Party was on the opposition at that time, was evicted because of rent. Mr. Goodman, some of we just keep our thing low key. But one person, some of us in America here, we're working hard. We're building properties in Africa with $100,000 or $50,000 apartments. Do you want to tell me CDC didn't have 50,000, 100,000 to pay their own headquarters within 6 years? After they saw those mistakes from the UP, the last UP? I felt discouraged when I heard that CDC settled down with the renting, $50,000 or $200,000 to pay the lender. How much you will pay per year? Even it is a 50,000.
They don't owe rent.
It's not an owe. Give me $100,000. I will give you CDC headquarters. I will give you a building. I will give you CDC headquarters. People, CDC is not the building. CDC is the people. It's the movement.
Right.
Take CDC build a headquarters, $100,000, $200,000. How will you pay? How will you be renting place and be paying like you pay you pay a rent or a year of $50,000 or $100,000, and then you're there for 20 years? That's not innovative. I heard that. I felt discouraged of a CDC, Mr. Goodman.
Okay.
But nevertheless, CDC is our party.
Never despair.
Yes.
Yeah.
CDC is our party.
Right.
We'll never let CDC down.
No.
But you see, the same thing the United Party did when they were in opposition, that the same thing the in government now they are doing. They are making one of the greatest mistakes. They got a parable, two parables I want to say. The first parable, it said, if a snake is wounded, don't step on the tail, it will bite you. The person is right in the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, they said that he that down, fear no fall. CDC already lost. The anger, the party is in this having some situation, of course. Everybody can have that. Now CDC are angry. The government in power, which is United Party, is making a great mistakes. Whatever they are doing to provoke, they are provoking CDC now, especially the IG is making a great mistake. That's what I want to say. For you to take a step without even using your rational discretion to handle it amicably, because CDC already left power. anything that happened to CDC headquarters tomorrow or today in our time, the government of Liberia, which is under Unity Party, name will be tarnished badly. And that's there where they're forgetting to understand.
Right.
You see the Jerusalem protest, the reason why the Jerusalem protest went against CDC or Jerusalem protest, CDC, sedition or the police self or co-author or started feeding people, it doesn't mean that they, is they didn't have any other mechanism to take place to carry force. But because of that repetition, that's why they did that.
They safeguard that.
Now the government is not following that trend. The government is forgetting anything that when the riot go on there, it will be on CDC. You see the report that came up is on the government on United Party.
Right.
So for me, I would say this: the government playing a bad game. The government is playing a game that it will go against them tomorrow. But I urge every citizen, because of their leader. You see, let me tell you something. No matter where you go, you can CDC will come up by power 2029. I got a conviction. I'm not God, but I just show of it.
Absolutely.
So because of the leader conviction, because of the leader, Joey is a peaceful man. Now, United Party is doing everything. They think they're going to tarnish Joey repetition, but now it's going to take on them. But I urge citizens to keep calm. I urge citizens to keep the peace according to their leader. I urge citizens to be humble as they always because of their leader. Because anyway, sedition, we never say that it happens first time they harm sedition.
Right.
So, Mr. Gayman, I'm
you.
disappointed in sedition from the past or for what they did or whatever, but I urge sedition to be humble and keep the peace because of their leader.
Thank you very
much.
much.
Mr. Gayman. Road Runner is still standing strong. Don't forget.
James was the GST Road Runner. Thank you.
I got you.
Thank you very much. Let's go to Monrovia and speak with Ishaka Sharif. Ishaka, you listen to your comrades, the callers, and everybody else. Your takeaway, and what do you want to leave with us?
Thank you again. I'm not going to respond as per individual callers.
Absolutely, I know. Yeah.
Okay, because but
just in a nutshell.
Yeah, it is not about money, about purchasing this property. It's not about money. It's about legality. There are more than one or two party litigants to this property, and so we could never have bought it during that period because more than one or two segments of one family was claiming membership. Ownership of this property. So how could you buy a property that is being fought over by more than one party? Okay, so uh, but in as much as the court transferred ownership to Mr. Ibrahima Dempster back in 2016. And so from that time, we have been paying our rent to him, and we have not been delinquent at any time in paying our rent.
Correct.
So that is the information that the public would need to get. We don't owe rent. We are a responsible tenant. In fact, the most responsible political party in the country in terms of paying rent. We are the only political party that has been at one headquarters for over 18 years, right? Even the ruling party currently, they have changed headquarters 5 times. They were evicted twice, and they could not pay their rent at on 3 occasions. But we have been at this place here for over 18 years, so we are very responsible. So it's not about whether we have money to buy it. In fact, it is not about power because when we were in power, we could have used political power and undue influence to arm twist the owners of this property to take it, to buy it by all costs. But we did not do that because we know that it is a property belonging to a group of people so we could not arm twist them. So, and that is the fundamental essence of the law. When you are in power, you should do everything possible to preserve people's rights. But this is the real issue. Uh, People are mocking. There are people who are mocking the CDC about inability to secure party headquarters. But the United Party is 20 years older than the CDC. The UP was founded since 1984. They are in power. They have been in power for 14 years now. 12 years during Madam Salif administration, uh, 20 months in the Buakai administration, so almost 14 years, but they do not have a headquarters of their own. So they have no moral rectitude to talk. To talk anything to seditions about a party headquarters. So let's make that very clear. We as a political party, we as a government, we are proud of our records during our governance. Were we perfect? No, we were not perfect. We are human beings, and so there were semblances of imperfection, but we are a better option to the Liberian people than the Unity Party. We did not give up power voluntarily because of anything, but because we believe that the rule of law should persist. There is no African government that will give power with 20,000 votes margin. It's very difficult. You're not even going to find it, right? Uh, and so let it sink in people's head. We did not give power up because of weakness, but it is because of our adherence to the rule of law and the
Right.
principles of good governance. The government should not use undue influence to intimidate us because we cannot get intimidated. As I speak to you, there is a drug scourge in the country. The people, the entity responsible to combat illicit drugs uh, is telling us uh, that government officials are the primary people who are bringing drugs, who are
Importers,
importing drugs to the
importers
country.
of drugs.
As I
Yeah.
speak to you, the son of the president, the one who is referred to as Tantan, is now the biggest drugs importer to this country. He has more than 50 drug den across the country. He has more than 100 people selling and importing drugs for him. He's now a multi-millionaire from the drugs trade. And so when the DEA people say government officials are bringing drugs, it is the president's son that they are talking about. And the chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, Councillor Dempster Brown, has also said in an interview with one of the most credible media institutions in this country, the Front Page Africa News, that officials of government from all three branches of government are using the drug trade to amass wealth in order to run campaign in 2029 to have undue influence on the political process. So these justifications, these instances are very disturbing, and we are calling on the international community to launch impartial investigation into these utterances because Liberia is now like the borders are open. The government has opened the border to anybody who wants to import drugs to the country. That is how the country is right now, and so let the government think about that. The government should forget about the opposition and govern the country. But I wonder if Mr. Bwakai wants the CDT headquarters to give up the executive mansion. So he has a choice to choose between the CDT headquarters and the executive mansion. If he wants our headquarters, we can voluntarily surrender it to him in exchange for the executive mansion because the Liberian people are not going to take this. Uh, we are here. We are going to protect this place. We are going to protect. We are not owning this property. Make no mistake. The CDC is not taking this property as its own. It is not our property, but we have legal tenancy here. We have been here. We have been paying our rent. We have invested in this property. We have equity here, and we have a principle of first refusal under the law to buy whenever the landlord wants to sell this property. There is a documentation uh, drafted and and prohibited, right, under the law. That is uh, uh, that is a fundamental foundation under the law. And so we are going to make use of that. If this guy is selling the property, we will be the first to refuse it. If we want it, we will buy it. If we don't want it, then he can look for a third option to buy. But once we are the present occupant of this party headquarters, we are we have the right to first refusal. So, Mr. Gilman, I want to appreciate you for uh, the short notice of invite to appear on the station, on your network. You are doing an indelible work. You are having an indelible imprint in the media landscape of this country and also in the diaspora. I want to appreciate Big Brother Delano Tamasa. He's one of the few people who nurtured me. Like he said, we met at the University of Liberia back in 2010, and he looked at me and said, he said, my Peking, you have a potential, and I want you to tap on it. And so, Delano, if I'm sitting here today talking very vociferously for CDC and the Liberian people, it is because of what you saw in me, of what you saw in me over 10 years ago and decided to tap on it. So you nurtured me along with Mr. Akaras Gray, who has taught me a loyalty, commitment, and dedication, and other CDC officials who have been by my side, guiding me, not only me, but Comrade Abdul, D. Kane, the rest of the people. We want to salute you for your guidance, and because we have drunk from your fountain of knowledge that you continue to impart in us. So, Mr. Gilman, I want to thank you so much. We are here. We will continue to work for this party. We'll continue to be here for the Liberian people. We have no reason to betray. We have no reason to betray because the CDC to us is more than just a political party.
Political
It
party.
is more than an organization. The CDC is like a culture, a tradition, a vision. We live it, we eat it, we drink it. And so this is what we are. We are proud of our existence. We are proud of our dignity. We are proud of what we have achieved over the last 20 years. A very young political party that took power in 2012, just 12 years old, to 2017, 12 years old as a political party. And we were able to institute those policies and programs that benefited the poor. All of our programs were geared at uh, taking the poor people out of poverty. Um, Free tuition, infrastructural development, education, and everything, healthcare, energy. We invested a lot in 6 years. In fact, we worked for 3.5 years because two and a
Of
half
COVID.
years
COVID years.
affected by the pandemic, the coronavirus, where
Coronavirus.
uh, a lot of the developed countries around the world could not help Liberia, like the Ebola time that was concentrated only to Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. But this time, over 178 countries out of 193 countries of the United Nations were struck with their own problem. America, the United States, that is Liberia's biggest traditional partners, were one of the most horrifically hit by the pandemic. And so we could not give that development assistance or that health assistance, like the enormous international goodwill that came to this country during the Unity Party first administration, who abused it. Over $16 billion of foreign direct investment that came to this country was wiped away. But we are here. We are here and we'll continue to be here to make sure that, to provide the better services for our people. So thank you so much. We will talk
Thank
after
you.
the program. I will call you so that we can talk on different things,
Okay.
But thank you so much. Delano, Big Brother, thank you so much for the
Thank you very
opportunity.
much,
I salute you.
Isiaka. No doubt. Thank you very much. Tamasa, I'll take it away, and then Avi gonna wrap up.
Mr. Gilbert, I think salute Siakat and the rest of the comrades, the men and women that continue to occupy the ground that I refer to the holy ground. When I call that place the holy ground, it means a lot. So today we see men and women are there today It's not because of money, like Siaka said. It is not because we want anything, but law should be respected, and dignity and respect should be given to every citizens. That is why we are fighting for our rights. We cannot be dying while we be on our knees. We'd rather be standing, and that's what is going on today. The CDC in 2009, I want to just say this again. You know, in 2009, the CDC left that particular headquarters and went and found a place to the home of the former president on 9th Street. So this is not the first time.
No.
But there are certain things that is happening. I think the CDC has to stand their ground. So to make sure that the laws are respected and dignity and sanity should be given to every Liberians. The CDC, those that support the CDC, they are Liberians. They are not ordinary people. And that's why they are there, and we salute them. To Siaka and all of the folks, we continue to pray along with you guys and continue to stand up with you guys, and then to make sure that all of the laws are respected. I salute you. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for all of the sacrifices, you and the rest of the team that continue to bring sanity and dignity to the Congress for Democratic Change. Mr. Gilman, this is, where we find ourselves, and we just want to tell the world alive that the CDC, they are respected of the law. And that is why we'll always reference the 209. When it happened, we left without any noise, no police go. There was nothing about eviction because the law was dispensed fairly and the CDC saw the need and they left. But this time around, it's quite different. It's highly politically motivated, especially when the current president, now former, but the current president and former Vice President Honor Madam Selig threatened to destroy the CDC and to make sure the CDC can be decimated and wiped away on this earth. He made that statement, and that is why people are alluding to currently, and we will stand our ground. So, Mr. Gilmont, the wise man, thank you for also giving us this great platform to always come and share our view. To the Liberian people, we are respected of the law. The CDC kept the peace for so many years. So many years. Just quite recently, just 2023, we have been one of carrying our country backward. President, the former President George Monrovia, the peace icon, the Black president of Africa, saw the needs because he believed that his nation is above his personal agenda. He ended up giving away to make sure the Unity Party come to govern for the Liberian people to see. Today is a clear evidence how desperately they are performing, and now they are turning this anger and vindictiveness to the CDC. But we'll watch out to see. We'll continue to follow the process. Thank God the case is at the Supreme Court, and there are more issues that are coming around these things, and we know exactly where this matter is going. So thank you, Mr. Gilman. Thank you to the rest of our Liberian people that continue to follow us. A.B. Conan and the rest of the team. It's a great time to be with you, the wise man. Always.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Tamasa. A.B., take it away.
Yeah, my brother, again, let me say, Tamasa, thanks very much. And then, Isiaka, great job, man. You keep it up. And, I keep hearing you guys talking about the University of Liberia. At the time you guys were over there, man, we've been out of that place so many years by that time. So every time you talk about Lewis and Tenebris, that's our alma mater there, guys. But again, it's great to see you, and I like your resilience. But one thing I want to admonish all Liberians, especially people that identify with CDC and the opposition bloc in its entirety. The fact of the matter is that if you have a leader or a ruler or a despot that primarily single out an institution talking about they want to decimate it, it should motivate you to even stand further with that particular institution that they're trying to decimate. Because Boakai, if anything that people don't know about him at this time, but the spirit of ingratitude and vindictiveness is something that is evident by the day.
He's proven it's evident by the day he's proven it unabated. People got to understand it. So predicated on that, CDC members, we as Shem, and believers and people that identify with this institution, this should serve as a motivating factor that indeed you should not allow an octogenarian to decimate an institution, that a grassroots institution like this.
What kind of Narian?
Octogenarian, my brother. Because I can tell you this. Unity Party is 41 years this year. And shamelessly for them to come and be running with a story that CDC don't have a headquarters. CDC have maintained a headquarters pretty consistently, despite the fact they don't own it, but pretty consistently for 20 years or plus now. But you got a Unity Party, they're passing around, they salivating, they're laughing about everything. Like Shaka stated, a $16 billion budgetary infusion into the economy of Liberia, and you got nothing to show for it. But an institution that have power for 6 years and you want to make mockery out of it, it's because of prejudice and sheer wickedness that they're talking about. They want to decimate CDC, my brother. So people need to stand up to this. This is just not about CDC. Anybody, the Unity Party guys are in a position that anybody they see as a threat to their existence in terms of maintaining power, they will want to literally decapitate you in this kind of form. So that's what they are doing here. This is not about governance. This is about despotism. This is about sheer corruption because they got no way out. It's all about maintaining power and the glory of power that comes to the power. They're not even concerned about all of those denigrating, those derogatory reports that keep piling on of this government. Like there's no moral compunction about it. They're not even concerned about it. To talk about it, can't even address it. Because just imagine if you have a foreign information ministry that on a daily basis, nothing they got to talk about, but to come on the podium and talk about a CDC headquarters. This indicates to you that they got nothing to sell to you or to tell you in terms of better the betterment of your lives. So indeed, at the time if I spend, I want to say thanks to all of the callers and of course the cadres and the people that are standing up for just cause at our party headquarters today. People need to commend them. Even the country need to commend the fact that a former ruling party decide to abide by the rule of law to the fullest. They deserve commendation, my brother. But again, thanks for the time, man. I know we will continue this later tomorrow. So, whatever the situation is, people should stay resolved that indeed CDC is going nowhere, and you will not allow a leader to come and intimidate you and force you into submission. You will not allow that.
No way.
But thanks for the time, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Amanda, Aweto. Amanda, Aweto. Maipuye, Iliberia, Iliberia, Marie, Iliberia, Marie, Iliberia, Marie, Iliberia, Marie, Iliberia, Marie, Iliberia, Marie. Liberia, Marie, Jovia, 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 Deble. Straight. I'm on it, bro. The punch giant. Jovia, Jovia, Deble. Jovia, Jovia, Deble. Marie, Jovia, 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 Deble.
String.
Aha, y'all want it boy, put the giant right to take over.
Like
Y'all want it Robbie, Papa come here again. Y'all want it Papa Georgie come here again. Y'all want it Mama Joe come here again. Who want it Rossi, teacher come here again. Now they walk on the giant coming soon. Yeah, different. That I'm more and more.
Well, folks, that does it for us here tonight. Thank you very much for being there. Comfort Mamite, I see you just coming on with Charlene Pratt. You can go back to repeat the broadcast, okay? Harriet Weezer.
So CMT, la lettre comment?
La lettre comment tonight. Harriet Weezer, Miss Weezer. Thanks for tuning in. She said those ignoramus and criminals are calling themselves government, are very jealous rebels and garbage gangsters. I'm so sorry. They just suffer with the unjust. I hope Liberians are seeing what these rebels are doing. Emmanuel Tia said, I just got here also. Thanks to all of you that distributed the video. Thanks to our many callers on here tonight. If we didn't take your calls, it's because we ran out of time with the phone calls. Once we take the number down, that's the end of the calling. Delano Tamasa, Evi Conan, and of course our impromptu guest, Isiaka Sharif, from the party headquarters tonight. We want to wish you all well at the party headquarters, led by Janga Kowo, Janga Augustus Kowo, and team. Continue to remain steadfast, courageous, law-abiding, non-violent, and seek the justice you so desire. Seek the law. I want to wish you all a happy weekend. Until then, I've been your host and announcer, Wild Michael Gilman, saying hi to Gwendolyn Ann of the Gwendolyn Ann Foundation Incorporated, there in Philadelphia, and Fatou Sharif. Welcome to you as well. The party is too big, remain supreme. Gwendolyn Ann, how are you, my dear? Doris D. Kopo Pupo, welcome to you. She said, Triple D. Well, that does it for us there tonight, folks. So thank you very much. Let's hope for a special edition this weekend. Could be Saturday or Sunday. Let's pray for our country and people. Pray for President Weir and the CDC. Good night. Goodbye.